what were some of your takes from it?
First off, I forgot that this nigga Ron Artest was laying on the scoreboard on the scores table. That shit was fucking wild.
Yeah.
He's a G for that.
It's so Ron Artest.
Yeah, he just laid on the scores table after he started all of this shit, and I mean, it was interesting to hear how it all led up. Like one of his teammates saying, "Yo, you can get that nigga back. We already up 15. Game's almost over. Get that nigga." Like, and when Steven Jackson said, "Why are you telling Ron this? A nigga who don't need a battery put in his back because he's already turned up. Why would you tell him that?" And it was a really bad intentional foul, man. Ben Wallace had every right to react the way that he did. But the way the media tried to spin it, it was so indicative of that time, like 2004, NBA, Allen Iverson, fucking all the basketball players dressing up like rappers in their entourage going to the motherfucking arenas and shit like that. Yep. David Stern.
So what boxing is now?
Yeah, 100%. But like in 2004, they blamed it on the players. And it was a fan who threw a fucking beer that hit Ron Artest in his chest that led him to go into the stands. He walked right past the nigga that threw it at him and punched the nigga in the face that was right next to him.
Because that was hilarious.
That shit was fucked up because this nigga's whole butthole was clenched. It's like I'm coming for you, and like boom, 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 and this motherfucker shook. He walked right past him and punched the nigga that was 2 seats away from him. And then Steven Jackson had his follow up and was punching the shit out of the nigga that was. It was crazy, bro. And then when it all calmed down, some Dominican nigga with a fucking Pistons jersey on thought he was cool and tried to walk up to this nigga squaring up, and Ron cracked this nigga shit too. Like, what do you think this is, bro? He said, "Whoop, nigga, what are you doing? You didn't see what I just did to this guy?
I know.
And you're out of shape, nigga. I could punch you into a heart attack." He was the only nigga from that. He was the only nigga from that whole scuffle that was put on the stretcher in the ambulance. He was the only one. The nigga who went on the floor, the NBA floor, and was walking up to a 6'8" Ron Artest who just got done beating up somebody else. Yo, he just beat up 3 fans, and you're gonna walk to this man?
First of all, he's still triggered.
Now you want to come on,
bro? And then Jermaine O'Neal came through running, slid, and threw a fucking Super Saiyan punch. Yeah. And if he didn't slide, if he didn't lose his footing, that nigga would have been dead, bro. No, you're laughing. You have to what?
Super Smash Brothers. What is it? Falcon punch.
Yo, bro.
Exactly what it looked like,
bro.
Falcon. And he slipped.
I didn't get to see the documentary yet. From everything I heard, though, because I heard a lot coming up before the documentary, and this is the only thing I didn't watch yet. Yep. But y'all gotta stop treating these NBA players like they're zoo animals.
100%.
Because that's exactly
all of these pro athletes.
Exactly.
Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, all of them.
Y'all think shit's sweet. The shit that they do, you can't do.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what anyone says. Dunking is not easy.
Yeah.
Like anyone can dunk. Anyone can dunk. Yeah, I told my groin like 3 times before I could dunk.
Yeah.
Like
word.
And these are people that can't even touch rim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They can't touch rim, and they're talking like, "Oh, you suck. I can take you." Like, and you get on the court with this guy. Stop treating these guys like animals.
Facts. And this is coming from a collegiate athlete because he was one of the fastest motherfuckers at Rick when we were in college. And I was one of the slowest niggas at CCRI before I transferred to Rick. so I know. We've been there before. We got people in the stands when we go to meets, families and shit, and they're rooting for their kid and they're talking shit about you and that kind of shit.
Shit's tough.
Like, it's crazy. You got to block all of that out to run as fast as you can, and it's 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, 400-meter dash. That shit is crazy. And it's the same thing. Like, you're expected to be a performer in a fucking thoroughbred, or just like you said, like a farm animal. It's like, nigga, I do this every day.
Period.
For hours at a time, dog. Right. That's why I'm a pro, and you are a nigga who's paying to watch me do what I do.
Exactly.
So, but that right there, like, and even like the shit that happened with Russell Westbrook last season when he was about to fuck, he's like, yo, there's gotta be more accountabilities for these fans.
Period.
Ban these motherfuckers. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
That's what I was about to get into.
Yep.
Like, exactly what he was saying. They was trying to blame the players.
Right.
And it's the same reason why they cheer you is the same reason why they fear you.
Right.
They cheer you because you're big and black, and they fear you because you're big and black.
Yeah.
And shit. And the whole thing started, of course, with somebody throwing the beer. They try to make them seem like they was like, crazy, untamed animals and shit.
Right.
It's like, no. Check that motherfucker right
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely.
You saw the guy that threw the fucking beer?
Yeah.
In the documentary?
Smug
His
as fuck.
punk ass?
Smug as fuck. Had no remorse at all. And it's been 17 fucking years later.
Yeah.
This guy, I didn't think it was a big deal. Blah 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 blah.
Of course.
It took them months to find this nigga too. It took them months to find him and track him down.
Yeah.
They kept rewinding the tape, trying to match his face, blah blah blah. Find his that. When they finally found this dude and he got certain, they all went to court. But they treated Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, and fucking Steven Jackson like they were first class felons,
Yep.
bruh. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane. They threw the book at Ron Artest and Steven Jackson. Jermaine O'Neal was the only one that was able to plead and get his sentence lowered.
Because he didn't connect.
Yeah, because he didn't actually hit the nigga as hard as he would try to.
But if he did,
Yeah.
that would have been his ass.
Right. That's
Yeah.
it's felonious assault on like it's attempted murder, really, if he
Yeah,
connect.
because that dude would have been gone.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he,
a wrap.
he been in the upper room, bro. He
The That's hilarious. Real stupid. But nah, facts. That nigga would have been dead, bro. And then he's in the documentary talking, honestly, he sucker punched me, to be honest. Like,
I thought it was a punk move.
Yeah.
It's like, what you did was a punk ass move.
you walked up to a player who just got done being violent,
Yeah.
and you came at him with violence.
Exactly.
Fists closed. And you're fucking 5'7", 290 pounds of out of shape.
Yeah, you saw his little weeble looking ass?
Oh, bro, he looked like Jigglypuff in a jersey on, bro.
what do we always say?
Yeah, it was like
Freedom
a
of
mini
speech
Pringle can.
equals freedom of responsibility. Accountability.
Yeah.
Period. You can have freedom. You can say what you want. You can't control how people react.
100%.
You can do what you want.
Yeah,
You can't control how people. I can get in your face. What you do next, I can't control.
100%.
So why am I in your face?
Exactly.
And home you got stretched out.
You know what what I think is one of the reasons why it's okay to treat athletes that way. You never see somebody in a white dominated sport, you never see the fan get the gumption to try to hit an athlete.
Oh, yeah, of course not.
Yep.
Not even
So I just really want you to think about that, because you never
'Cause
see
I'm-
somebody get the gumption. However, what they did with things like eugenics and some of the basis points of slavery was say that we were inferior because we were physically more advanced than them. So
So up top,
you
we have
play
to be
off
inferior.
of that.
Yep.
You play off of that stereotype, and you're like, how much do owners make versus how much players make? How much does the commissioner make versus how much the coaches make? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the equivalent of a dog show,
Yeah.
Yep.
and or circus for them, when it's really like a way out of struggle for us.
Poverty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like AP.
And because I'm paying you, just like any Karen that you would see in the store, because I'm paying you, you do what I want.
Exactly. You do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
You do
When,
what I tell
when
you.
I tell you to do it.
Yeah. That's why Adrian Peterson, when he said that about the NFL, like, we're going back over a decade now. He's just like, yo, this is a plantation, and we are the slaves.
Yeah.
Like, the way that we get paid versus how much the coaches are raking in and the owners, exactly what Bree's saying. It's a